Eastern Cape MEC of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Zolile Williams, has expressed condolences to the families of those who lost their loved ones in the floods that tore through the province earlier this month. Over 100 lives were lost, with 93 bodies already identified. Various government departments are providing support to everyone affected, while rescue teams remain on the ground searching for those unaccounted for. The Eastern Cape government provided an update on humanitarian assistance following the floods.
Indeed, CoGTA MEC here in the Eastern Cape, Mr. Zolile Williams, has just given an update as to how the disastrous floods affected the Eastern Cape. He is saying that 101 people have died in the floods, and 63 of those are adults, 38 are children, and 22 of those children are school learners. He has described the disastrous floods as the most agonizing chapter in the history of the Eastern Cape, and he's saying that 5.1 billion rand is needed to fix the infrastructure that got damaged during the floods. But he is here to talk to us about that. MEC, is saying that 5.1 billion rand is needed. Do we have that kind of money?
No, we don't. And our plan is that for emergency work on roads and basic infrastructure, we will reprioritize our own budget, as we've done to repair electricity and roads. Municipalities have just reorganized. And also, if you look at the temporary units that must be constructed, our Department of Human Settlements has already set aside about 120 million. And this is from our disaster risk strategy as a province. We have implored all government departments in our province to set aside 2% of their budgets, and that is being put into a contingency reserve, so that when we've got disaster, we're able, whilst we're waiting for national intervention, we're able to at least do something to respond to the immediate disaster. So on the deficit, whether you go to roads, whether you go to infrastructure on health, and you go to infrastructure on basic services, those deficits will have to get national assistance to try and close them, so that we can restore services fully towards the beneficiaries that have been affected.
MEC, I know that we do not have control over natural disasters, but in situations like what happened at the Mthatha West, where people stay in a place for almost 20 years, and then when tragedies strike, they are told that they've been there illegally. How do we avoid such situations?
Well, I would say it's critical for people to only take land once they get approval from the municipality, because municipality has got zonal schemes which indicates the various uses of land, and which indicates land that is below the flat line. It will be impossible for municipalities to allocate people land that is below the flat line. This incident indicates a situation where people have actually allocated land for themselves through illegal means, and the consequences are quite grave. And as you are aware, there's a live dispute and case against the municipality by the communities around here. So I'm saying there's desperation and need for land, but it's always advisable to ensure that you first consult the municipality, so that you can be habiting land that is suitable, so that you don't get confronted with flooding and everything you've worked for gets annihilated and destroyed by water, as we have seen in this area.
Okay, lastly, MEC, there's been growing concern, especially from the people who are affected by the floods, who are accommodated at B&Bs and local churches and community halls, about government officials taking what is meant for them. What is your say on that?
Well, I would not deny that fact, but I'm honest to say it has not been brought to us that a particular government official was involved in such activities, because all our government officials know that our primary beneficiaries are the communities. We must ensure that they receive everything that is meant for them, and we really appreciate all the donors for assisting us during this difficult time, and would want them to continue, because as we resettle these communities, they would need to have all the various equipment to reside in the new temporary units. So we would want to work together, but we really want to condemn any theft of goods that are to be received by the communities.
Thank you very much. That is the MEC of CoGTA in the Eastern Cape, Mr. Zolile Williams. Earlier on, we spoke to the Education MEC, Mr. Fundile Gade, who told us that about 200 schools, especially in the OR Tambo region, need a major reconstruction, because when they were hit by the floods, they were already in a very bad situation.